Today, I want to share with us that you can be whatever you want to be. Down deep in every heart, down deep in every man is the kind of life that we desire. We desire an ideal life. We all want to be great. We all want to build mansions. We all want to drive big cars. We all want to live a good life. We all want to send our children to the best universities. We all want to lay down inheritance for our children's children, because the Bible says a good man lays down inheritance for his children's children. That's quality of life that we desire. We want to be able to go on vacation. We want to go to Miami. We want to do this and that. See, I'm here to tell you that you can be whatever you want to be. You can have whatsoever you want to have. You can become whosoever you want to become. Imagine for a moment that today happens to be your very last chance to choose what you want. Your very last chance to choose what you want to become. Not what society wants you to be, not what your background wants you to be, but who you truly want to be. What will your decision be? What will be your choice? And the good news is you can become whatsoever you want to become. Now, let me tell you this truth. The biggest prison in the world, the biggest prison in the world is not what behind the bars. No, the biggest prison in the world is not behind the bars. The biggest prison in the world is the prison of the mind, the kind of image that you have in your mind. Your I can't. Oh, can you become a millionaire? I can't. Can you get married to a beautiful wife? I can't. Can you take care of your wife? I can't. Can you do this? I can't. All the I can't that we have built up in our mind, we've placed ourselves behind the bars of our mind, and most people are in prison forever. The biggest prison a man can be placed in the world is not behind the bars. It is the mind. So when you can free your mind, I'm telling you, you can free your life. Your life is in prison now because you are in prison in the mind. You are poor because poverty is forced in your mind. You are sick because you see yourself sick in the mind. If your mind can be freed, I'm telling you, you will live in an entirely free world. Now, listen today. I want to share with you three powerful truths that are going to change your life forever. The first one is your background. Your background is not your destiny. Your background is not your destiny. The kind of background you have, the kind of upbringing you have is not your destiny. Oh, you are born to a poor family and you are thinking, oh, I'm born into a poor family, so that is my destiny. I'm meant to be poor. No, your destiny is not poverty. Your background is not your destiny. Oh, I'm born to a well-to-do family. My dad is a millionaire. I'm telling you, that is not your destiny. Being a millionaire is not your destiny, because any family that you are born into, you are born into it, and that is your zero level. So if you are born into a millionaire family, that is your zero level. That means at the end of your life, you are supposed to create another background. If you are born to a millionaire family, that is, at the end of your life, at least you should leave this world and create a background for your children. The kind of background you should create for your children should be a billionaire one. Why? Because you've been born to a millionaire family. That is your zero level. Your zero level. So your background is not your destiny. Your background is just your starting point. So your background is not your destiny. The kind of family you're born into is not your destiny. Now, so many people, they are victims of their background because they've been brainwashed. They believe in their mind that their background is their destiny. Some of them, they will cry, oh, I'm born to a worker, an alcoholic as a father, a gambler as a father. Even my mother is an alcoholic. How do you not expect me to do well in life? You are not a victim of your background. You are messy. Even the kind of background that you are born into, that's the kind of background that you need to be able to do, or to live a successful life on the earth. The person that sent you on the earth knew you were coming. In fact, he knew the family that you be born into, and he designed it to be so. Why? Because that is the kind of environment that you need to be successful, to be who you are meant to become. But so many people that have been brainwashed, when they look around, because they don't have access to the information, they don't have access to this truth that their background does not define their future, that their background is meant to spoil them, their background is meant to stir up the gifts and the potentials that the Lord has deposited on their inside to be all what God wants them to be. They don't know, and that's why they were victims of their background. Anthony Robbins, a very successful man, teaching people about self-improvement, how they can live a good life, how they can be what they want to become, how they can solve their problems and overcome their fears. He has his own private jet, up and down, holding seminars and conferences. He did not start off that way. He had a very poor background. His father was an alcoholic, a wife beater, a children beater. Whenever the father is at home, they will go and hide because they know there is trouble. And you know why this Anthony Robbins was growing up, his desire was tending towards that of his dad. He desired to also take alcohol, and if mother look and see this path that you want to follow the path of your dad. That is not. So the guy started saying, I want to take us. The mother said, no problem, you want alcohol. The mother gave him one bottle. He took the bottle. He said, wow, now it's okay. The mother said, what are you trying to say? You are not done yet. You take another one. He gave him another bottle. He took another bottle. He said, I'm done. For where you are not done yet. She gave him another bottle. She drank to stupor. She vomited. And he said that scene created a picture. That scene created a picture in young Anthony's mind that made him to hate alcohol for the rest of his life. You know, that scenario created in him hatred for the kind of life that the daddy lives. And what happened? He turned out different. And the boy born into the same family turned out to be an alcoholic. And the two of them were asked, why is it that your life is great, your life is wonderful? He said, my life is great because of what? Of my background. And the other guy, who was an alcoholic, nothing to write home about, he was asked, why is it that you turned out this way? He said, oh, I turned out this way because of also my background. So one was a victim of his background, the other used his background to do what? To set himself up for a great future, and also to deliver people who are born to this kind of background, or who are treading the paths to create this type of background for their children yet unborn. One was a victim, the other one was a victor. Why? They were born to the same background. So the kind of mentality that you create in yourself about your background determines the kind of outcome that you're going to have in life. So you can't afford to cook up this belief that your background is your destiny. No, your background is not your destiny. Your background is your zero level that you are meant to grow from there. You are meant to grow from there. Another truth that you need to know is that what you focus on grows. What you focus on grows. The people who achieve greatness are not necessarily the most talented. They are those that are consistent. They are those that are showing up daily. So what you focus on expands. What you focus on expands. So what is that thing that you do daily? You do daily. So what I would advise you should do is look for one thing that you love to do. One thing that you love to do, that is what you have passion for, and that you know how. Look for what you know how to do. It's not enough for you to love to do it. You must know how to do it, and what people are willing to pay for. So to be successful, what you should focus on is what you love to do. Not only what you love to do, but what you know how to do better than anybody else, in fact. And number 3, people are willing to pay for it. That thing that you love to do, that you know how to do, people are willing to pay for it. There are so many people, they love to do some things, they know how to do it, but people are not willing to pay for it. You can't imagine. You spend the rest of your life playing games. PS anything, maybe PS 100. You pay PS 100, you play and play and play and play and play. You love to play it. In fact, you know how to play it. But people are not willing to pay you for loving to play and knowing how to play. So, and you focus all of your attention on it, you will remain poor. In fact, you will fail, and after failing, you will remain poor again. But if you know you love to play this game, and you know how to play this game, people are willing to pay. People can be willing to pay for you loving to play this game and knowing how to play this game. How? You playing this game, you can screen record you as you play, and you can screen record you as you play and post it on YouTube. Every time you play, you post it on YouTube. By the time you have 1,000 subscribers and you have 4,000 watch hours, YouTube will start paying you. There are so many people that have gaming YouTube channel and they are cashing out in millions, all by doing what? All by playing game. They love to play game, they know how to play game, and they find a way how people will be willing to pay for what they love to do and how to do. Where these three things coincide, I'm telling you, that's where your greatness lies. So focus. Whatsoever you focus on expands. So focus, be consistent in that thing that you love to do, you know how to do, and what people are willing to pay for. I'm telling you, you will end up a great man. And number 3, every limitation is an invitation to greatness. Is an invitation to greatness, to innovation. So these 3 truths must not depart from your mind. Let it sink in. Your background is not your destiny. The fact your background does not mean you have your back on the ground. Focus, expand. Whatsoever you focus on, expands. Focus on what you love to do, what you know how to do, and what people are willing to pay for. And now, every limitation is an invitation to innovation. So even as you begin to focus on what you love to do and how to do and what people are willing to do, there you will meet with obstacles. Why? Because if there are no obstacles, you will continue to do the same thing the same way, and you think you are doing fine. So the obstacle that will come to you, the limitations that you will face, will knock you off your false belief that you are doing well, to tell you that, oh, you are not where you're supposed to be. See, even if you are making billions, the richest man in the world right now, if he's not careful, another person will overtake him. I'm telling you, another person will overtake him. Why? Because our best cannot come. We cannot become the best of ourselves. You cannot become the best of ourselves because the potential package in us is limitless. The potential package in man is limitless. See, it will take you thousands upon thousands of years for you to exhaust the potentials placed on your inside by God. And that's why you are so precious. So you can't, that's why you can afford to say arrive the way where you have not even tapped 0.01% of the resources, the potentials placed in you. The wisest man that lived, according to science, they said, did not even use 0.01% of the capacity of his brain. 0.01% of the capacity of his brain. So your capacity is limitless. So you can't become the best version of yourself. You can only aim to become the best version of who you are right now. Why? Because your version right now, there is the best version of you. And when you achieve that best version of you, immediately you achieve that best version of you, you discover that there is another best version of that, your best version. So you can never achieve the best version of yourself. There will always be the best. There will always be the best. You achieving the best will pray for the best. So every limitation is an invitation to innovation. So whenever you see that the writers, they always say they eat the writer's block. See, whenever you eat the writer's block, maybe you write script or you write novels, storybooks and the like, and you eat the writer's block, rejoice. Why? Because you are about to break into what that will even make that book a bestseller. Let's say you are writing a script and you got to a time you read the writer's block. Just rejoice. Say, oh, I'm about to have access to what that will make this film to break record. That is it. Why? Because limitation is not meant to limit us. Limitation is an invitation to innovation. It's an invitation to more than enough. It's an invitation to a great life. So when you are faced with a limitation, rejoice, because that is an invitation to innovation. Napoleon Hill will always say that opportunities will not come to you in a raw form. opportunities will come to you disguised as a problem. So the next time when you are faced with a problem, rejoice. Know that this is an opportunity. Every problem you are faced with is an opportunity to innovate. It's an opportunity for you to have access to your next level. It's an opportunity for you to develop the character that you need to develop to be able to enjoy a great life. It's an opportunity for you to build muscle, to build strength. We don't build muscle by walking like a desically. We build muscle by carrying weight. You carry weight, and then after mastering 10 kg, you add 1 kg to it, 11 kg. That is how we build weight. That's how we build muscle. That's how we build strength for a great life. So the problem that you are faced with is an opportunity in disguise. So you can be whosoever you want to be. You can become whosoever you want to become, and your background can't stop you. It can't stop you. Just be careful of what you focus on, and know that when you are faced with a problem, you don't give up. That desire of yours is possible. I'm telling you, if you can imbibe these three truths, you will surely become who you want to become and enjoy the kind of life that you want to enjoy.